everybody? It's your boy Ermak back at it with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to O'Shea video at hodgetwins finally get their NEGRO wake up call.
Eric Arball went viral. He's a Caucasian man that's living in Arkansas, and his group, RTTL, Return to the Land, they're going viral for building all-white communities in Arkansas and in Missouri. And he was interviewed on TMZ. He was asked a particular question.
Why is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it is, it has to not be other things.
So for something to be one thing, it cannot be the other. This is his defense for starting an all-white town. He wants to have shared values, shared phenotype, a particular shared culture. And what he's saying is, as much as I may like you, or I may think highly of you, you are not this because you are something else. And this is important for racism. This is where it starts. There's a fundamental principle about it. Anybody who practices that will say, because you are not this, you are the other thing, and then the two things cannot mix.
He's right, you know.
But this hasn't stopped certain people from grifting. And one of the guys that grift a lot are the Hodge twins. Now, the Hodge twins started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire, and they built a really big thing.
That's when they were funny. I ain't gonna lie. I used to watch them, nigga. I couldn't get through one video without laughing at them niggas. Like, I promise you. And then they just got on some weird shit.
Fan base. Well, they're low budget videos.
He didn't even have to do nothing. That nigga just be like, I don't know their names anymore, but like one of them just be making a face. And I'm like, every time we make that face, nigga, I start dying.
And lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail. And people started to notice a change in the content.
Somebody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge twins, because I was really thinking about that the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future bag?
So this particular person was a fan of the Hodge twins, and he realized something.
Them two being these two big, light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative money will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's always going to be there.
So he understood something that's pretty interesting. First of all, the Hodge twins, they could have went to Hollywood with their natural talent, but they sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. But what kind of content? Well, it was the content that started disrespecting blacks. If you can go to their Twitter space, they do it all day long. Look at this one, July 29th. The kids get on it too. If you think blacks today are bad, just wait for the next generation. This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black trans-genders are always the worst. He also says this, black guy with the pack and black hoodie embarrasses himself in AutoZone when the manager was watching him. So basically what happens is that the Hodge twins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money once their comedic duo started going down. And you gotta understand something, that their mother was black. So they love their black mother a lot, but they did grift to this particular kind of conservative, anti-black leaning space alongside of people, let's say like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum. And it's gotten a lot of people upset.
Hodge twins are demons, bro. These two guys are demons. There's no other word to describe them. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man. not even an adult yet. And they're using their platform to try to attack not only this man's character, his family's character, before the trial even starts, so that way the public view will not think highly of him or his family.
As you can see here, you have somebody upset because the Hodge twins were basically, they're hating on Carmelo Anthony only to appease their all-white audience. Fast forward! Now, one of the things that the Hodge twins will do is they will react to videos. It just so happened that they were reacting to the Eric Arval video. And they were reacting to this new all-white town documentary. And it said something that was interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, it's gonna be a much different country. It's gonna be a much different country. Well, that's just a fact. If you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country will be totally different. So I understand the fear of white people want to live in a country that's majority non-white. I understand that fear wholeheartedly because I don't want to live in a country that's majority non-white because it would systematically change our country.
Now, they said something that was interesting.
Why? But for some reason, it sounds like I think it's just hustling.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to live in America when it's not the majority of white people, even though they themselves are not white.
So they're saying they be like, man, we don't believe in none of this shit. We just doing this shit for some money.
But white people leave America.
Look at y'all.
They're gonna leave America too.
What?
But they're not the only guys that talk like this.
America is a nation, not just from an economic standpoint, but we also have an identity too, a cultural identity. And I'll tell you guys this too. As someone who's a first-generation American, my family's from Sudan, etc., I should not be saying this stuff, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys that come from the third world, to include my old homeland, come here and again. And the reality is, if we want America to stay America, we got to keep it majority white. We got to keep it the way it was founded.
Now that's Myron of Fresh and Fit, basically saying the same thing. He wants an all-white America, even though he's from Sudan originally. We need to keep America white, although he is not white. But there was a time where Myron, who was trying to defend white races, got into a battle with a guy, basically calling him a saying N-word.
But you're sitting behind a stand on account, can't even stand behind what the you're saying. You got the nerve to talk to me when I got my real name out there, my real face out there. I'm live every day talking about actually contributing to the fight, and you got the gall to sit there and call me a stand you piece of. I hope you wake up and have the replay, and I hope I come on a space like a see your dumb and actually talk to you. This is the problem that we have in these spaces. We got these stupid, autistic that will sit there and say, well, you're not white, so you can't talk about this, or you're... And it's like, okay, Reed, you want to go ahead and have this fight by yourself where no one's going to take you seriously because they're going to just think you're a kid? Remember you? That's the problem.
So this is Myron basically going off on the guy for calling him all of that. But guess what?
And you know what's also funny? I'm one of the biggest advocates for white people being able to practice and say white power, be able to maintain their relationship with white women, etc. I'm actually one of the biggest proponents of white people being able to say, hey, I want to keep my race white. I actually respect that, and I fight for their ability to say it. Then you get it's like this guy that come in and try to one of their biggest advocates that has a platform that's of the other color saying this stupid. Idiots like you make me realize, damn, I shouldn't even be defending these. You're lucky that I really respect freedom of speech, and I'm a free speech absolutist, so I'll fight for your ability to say the stupid that you say, you stupid.
He's still telling the guy, look, I support you, even though you're disrespecting me, because I believe in free speech. I'm the one trying to help you guys stay white. Here you are being mean to me, which is crazy because those guys don't even care anything about you, but you're doing that. But this is where the Hodge twins get their Negro wake-up call. The Hodge twins go on to Twitter, and then they put this message. Hey, Arval, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white. And Arval says this. God bless the Hodge twins. But no. It's crazy to be out there defending these Caucasians all day, but the people that you want to appeal to might be closely feeling like Orval, because the majority of the Hodge twins content is anti-black. So if your content is anti-black, it must mean that the whites who are listening to you can feel very closely to you. So they don't want to live around blacks either. But there's a problem. You're black. Byron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there, because it's good that you guys are nice and God bless you and we love the fact that you call out anti-blackness, but you're not allowed here. And it's so crazy is these guys know this. Myron knows it. Hodge twins knows it. The Hodge twins, they're getting paid from it. Myron's not even getting paid from it, but anything to be closer to White Zaddy. If you don't want to be around me, I'm not going to help you why you don't want to be around me. That's stupid, but that's how sick that some blacks are. You would rather help somebody who dislikes you, doesn't want to be anywhere around you, and fight other people to help them basically get ahead. You sound stupid. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy LCD Jackson. Back again with another episode of The Celebrity Talk. I appreciate your follow that you do. So, hit the bell. We're out.